You like it?
This is good.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Kimistry ExSPIRITment, and I am so excited to have y'all here with us today because we have a really special guest with us. Y'all, she is a mogul, she is a rock star, and she's really good at using her voice to motivate others, which is why I love her so much. She has done some sip and speak socials and goes to different schools and different events. And she's just overall a pillar in Milwaukee. And I'm really excited to introduce y'all to her. Y'all give it up for Miss Ashely S. Oh my God, I'm glad you came.
Yes.
I hit you up like, I wonder if she gonna come, and you did.
I did. What's crazy is I actually had message on Facebook. I was like, dang, I want to go on a podcast tour for the month of October, and then boom.
And I hit you up. See, that's nothing but
Then
God,
boom.
seriously.
Then boom.
Then boom, period. So, why don't you tell the people a little bit about you?
Well, I mean, which I want to know. No. But no, I'm an author, motivational speaker, and just an overall person who is going into their life right now. I think that one of the most important things that I do is motivational speaking and being able to tell my story on a platform so that women can actually feel free to tell their stories and opening up. Like, I think that that's one of the biggest things, to actually be able to open up and tell where you come from, the things that you want to do, and what inspires you. So I'm like, that's my thing. And going into my director bag, because ultimately I feel like at some point I'm going to be the next Antoine Fisher, but the Ashely S. Stokes. And that's just on that.
Period. Yeah, when I went to your Sip and Speak social, I loved it because it was so many women there, but you also were able to make a place for us to be able to share our journeys and not feel judgment behind that. And I think that's some of the biggest struggles I have with entering spaces is I can't always enter as my complete self because you're being fearful. You know, everybody isn't inviting to the struggles that we have, especially as Black women.
Right, absolutely.
So you are a motivational speaker and an author.
Yes.
So you are using your voice in a lot of different ways.
I am. I'm trying to, child. I'm trying to just be the voice of the voices. I think that it's just really important for me to be able to like tell my story just on a platform so that people can understand my perspective. My perspective is only my perspective, so I try not to put that onto people. But I believe that my story can actually get others to open up. It's a type of not the Me Too movement, but I've been through that myself, or I've gone through that too. And then having somebody who has gone through it and being able to share it, it's just like, oh, I'm not alone. Because when I was young, I felt like I was alone. Like, dang, ain't nobody out here depressed? Like, do anybody know what that is? So I always felt like I wanted to be able to share where I come from, my environment, and where I grew up at. I think that that's really big and plays a part too. And then just, naturally how the foster care system in the streets raised me. So it's a different side of things personally.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that about being able to have someone to identify with.
Absolutely.
Because, it's hard being in this world when you think you all by yourself.
Right.
So you said you were in the foster care system. Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So tell me a little bit more about how that brought you to where you are now.
I think the biggest part of it is being able to feel free. Because once I wrote my book, Lost in Child Welfare, I felt like the majority of the things that I was going through, or the things that I had stuck in my mind, or I felt like nobody was there. So I had to be able to become my full self. Like, I was scared. Like, when I was young, I used to act like, how can I put it? Like, nothing was wrong, like the perfect kid. I really wasn't a bad kid though. So I used to act like this perfect kid, like, oh, I have a mom and a dad at home, based off of like things that was going on around me. So I would see other people coming to pick up their kids or coming to do anything of whatever the sort. And I'd be like, oh yeah, my mom and dad. And then, nothing like that was going on. Or I had this rich family or um, and people could tell the differences or people were actually mean because of certain things. So I just felt like I needed to create a space and a platform so that women are able to be themselves wholeheartedly. Like, because sometimes still I struggle with it too. And it's not like I'm not being myself. It's like I'm trying to warm up to the room or having the room warm up to me. So
Right.
it's kind of like, dang, like, am I
Yeah.
being a fake person? Like, no, I don't think anybody's
It's
being
like
fake. It's
coping.
just like you're learning to cope and
Yeah.
trying to see or feel out um the room. So honestly, I think it's a trauma response how um on how people or how women respond to certain things. They feel like they have to do a certain thing.
Mhm.
At least I felt that way. So I felt like, I had to be someone else in order to be accepted. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be my complete self, but it was, it is what it
I
is.
damn near like I feel like we all had that moment. I know
Yeah,
I definitely
yeah.
had that moment. I hooped in high school. I hooped
Okay.
most of my
Me
life.
too.
And so I went to Washington
Yeah.
and everybody probably already know this already, so don't be trying to act crazy when I say this. But a lot of the girls on the team were like lesbian. And
Yeah.
so and they had like, you know, what comes with
Mhm.
that is
Mhm.
just this stature or this like attitude or
Yeah.
it's not feminine.
Mhm. Mhm.
And chose to learn that a little more and
Yeah.
walk in that so I could be more accepted or so that people could see me as a person that didn't come to play.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
overall,
Yeah.
I really
Right.
wanted to do it and do it
Mhm.
well and who well. I think a lot of us, and on social media, people
Mhm.
are faking it every day.
Yep. Faking it till
But
they
at
make
some
it.
point, we have to get to reality.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we end up, faking things for so long. Then you
Right.
look around you and all the shit that
Mhm.
you built
Right.
comes crumbling down.
Mhm.
So, what was life really like for you
Um,
during that time?
rough, tough. I think it had designed me to be like this different person. Like, I always say like my story isn't for me anymore. It's for someone else who may be going through or feel like they are going through those things or the kids that's just coming up behind me. But I think that my life was a little bit rough when I grew up. You know what I mean? Like I had so many different types of things just going on, like different spirits, different people in my life. So you're collecting just, collecting bodies, but I'm collecting spirits, just
Mhm.
constantly moving from place to place or not being able to have a place of belonging or just not feeling like, it was really a me against the world type of concept that I've created um, when I was growing up. Like, don't nobody care about me or don't nobody love me. Like, my family's not here or whatever the case may be. And I always felt like, damn, when am I going to be free from this? Like, I
Mhm.
just want to feel free or I just want to like get to a point where I can just let it all out and just, sometimes you have to cry it all out. Sometimes you have to
Put it
even
in the pillow.
put it in a pillow,
Listen.
like whatever it is that you want to do. But I really felt like, dang, when is my moment going to come for that? And once I started to, I started journaling young though. So
Okay.
journaling for me was just like a big
That's a
thing.
little tip for us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, journal. Okay, I'm feeling that because I started journaling, but
Yeah.
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
you journal, you get in your way, you
So I found like my love with writing when I started to journal. Like I used to write in there some crazy ass thoughts. Of course, everything that I felt like, that I was going through or the things that was happening from my view. And to be able to still have those things and just look back on it like,
you still have
yeah, I
them?
have every journal from a kid.
Have you ever thought about like making a book out of it?
It's bits and pieces that's actually in my book.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, tell us about the book.
so my book, Lost in Child Welfare, is
Okay.
actually one of a lot of many stories that I've gone through. So it's things that I used to actually write down from different homes or different households that I've gone through. So you don't actually see photos of them, even though that's a good idea. But I think that it's just it's a reflector moment for me because I'm a huge reflector. I always be like, Damn.
That's probably why you're so strong,
You know what? I'm tired of being strong. I'm too strong
Oh,
sometimes.
listen. Come on now. Listen,
I'm
I'll be
too
like,
strong.
can I lay my hand on your
I think that I'm too strong. Like I built this box around me where it's like, I identify as this strong girl, and I am because I've been through so much. But I think that the ability to I just wanna feel I wanna feel sometimes too. You know what I mean? I wanna feel something too. Like, I wanna be able to feel those moments versus, like, you know, get back up and
right,
brush my
pushing
shoulders
through
off,
and
just keep pushing through, and, like, no, like, I'm hurt right now, and I wanna
yeah.
be able to express those things. So, now it's doing a lot of the unpacking. So, I'm doing a whole lot of unpacking where it's like, it's okay to be not strong today. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to be weak today. It's okay to not be yourself. It's okay to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, not be that strong
yeah, that
friend.
strong black
Oh
woman,
my
because what the fuck is
gosh.
that? Like,
Right. Like
like, what the fuck is that?
I
So,
just want to be a woman. I
yeah,
just
I just
want to
want to
be
be a
able to
woman.
operate in this
Absolutely.
world and be my full
Yeah.
entire self
Yep.
and not be judged by
hmm
it. So do you have or who would you say is your support system?
My biggest support system would be my friends. Ironically, you would think that my support system would be my family, but I've built a family based off of, like the things that I've gone through. So I've collected these people who I consider my family because I'm not really close to like my biological family
Mhm.
on my mom's side, but I'm getting to know more of my father's side, rest his soul.
Rest in peace.
So I feel like, more so with my daddy's side, I'm starting to get more of that family feeling that I've always wanted. And I think that, they're so inclusive. Like, I'm going to a wedding on that side in November. It's kind of like, oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is Reggie's daughter. So I feel like, I'm finally getting to a place where I'm included because I guess that rejection piece, I'm not really good with
Yeah.
that. And I'm working
Yeah, I'll
through it.
be up out of there. Okay. I don't
Yeah,
even gotta
yeah, I'm
fuck with
working
y'all.
through that
First of all, I
thing.
can change my last name. I be wanting to tell my daddy's side family that
Yeah,
like my
yeah,
dad and my mom were together 10 years before
mhm,
they split and he actually helped raise my brother.
yeah,
And it's almost like that side of the family treats me like I was like a love child or
yeah,
just,
the
like,
black sheep.
but my dad has always been with my mom and they know who I
Mhm,
am, but I don't really have strong relationships. And
right,
that can really hurt a person.
yeah,
And I didn't realize that until I got older and I was in New Orleans and
mhm.
Hurricane Katrina hit and I just felt like my world just ended because I
Wow,
was in school down
wow,
south. And the number of calls I got, like, didn't really measure up to the
mhm,
number of people I felt loved me.
mhm,
And that really broke my heart in a
mhm,
lot of ways. And so I don't know, you've been through that for most of your life.
mhm,
And I think it is commendable for
yeah,
you to be able to share your
I
story like
appreciate that.
that. And I don't know how many people are telling you that, but it's definitely
A lot.
necessary. It's necessary.
Yeah,
Like I was a school teacher for a while and
mhm,
it's a lot of kids that come in the door and just don't know where to turn, mostly
mhm.
because they don't have anyone to look up to.
Right. I don't know if it's even if they have somebody to look up to or just to be there.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
okay.
mean? A lot of times for me, I don't think it was the look up thing that I was looking for. It was just
Okay.
like, dang, are you there for me? Like, do you care
Yeah.
about me? And I still struggle with those things, the feeling of feeling wanted. Um, it's one of my biggest things that I'm working on. And I just
Mhm.
feel like, I always ask the question of like, am I wanted? You know, with anything, friendships, relationships, family, like, dang, do they love me? Do they
Mhm.
care about me? I was talking to my brother and I was telling him, he was like, well, if people don't call me, I don't call them. And I was just letting him know, like, you know what? I've come to realize that sometimes people are actually going through. It's not that they're disconnected from you or that they feel some type of way, but people got their own shit that they dealing with.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I think we have to be more compassionate to those type of things. And those one of the things that I have to also understand myself. Like, just because somebody not calling you today, actually, that don't mean that they don't love you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So really trying to put my brain around the fact that, damn, okay, they could be having their own shit. Why don't
Right.
you reach out? You know what I
Right.
mean? And really just try to change that perspective to actually get to know what they're going through. I
Right.
think it's really important for us to kind of like change the narrative. on a lot of things because it's all about perspective and perception. And it's, of course, because it's our story and our lens. So that's why we feel certain ways. And at least for me, that's why I feel the certain way that, that I do. So that feeling of feeling unwanted, that's one of them big ones.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it is. That abandonment issue, that's what it is.
And I probably need to hear that because, once I feel like it's off, then I'm gone. I'm out of there. And I feel like most of the time I do try to be compassionate and I try to be understanding. I'm a Pisces. I feel like
I
that's
love Pisces.
in my nature, but I be getting fucked over. Hey, shout out to the Pisces. Okay. March 1st.
Okay, period.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Ooh, that's why.
Yeah, water sign split.
Y'all are something else too at the same time.
We are. I think I got the different side of the Cancer. I be thinking I'm a whole street nigga sometimes.
Period.
Like, I be like,
because it is.
Like, whoa, where that come from? Because I don't be knowing sometimes, but I'm really learning to grow into that little soft bag. I don't have to be so assertive all the time. Like, I can get my point across, but I don't have to be so like, again, that feeling not heard or seen. That's why it's important to have those spaces created so that all women can feel heard and seen. Because, like, that's why we are who we are, because of those reasons. So I think it's important for us to kind of tap into that soft bag, whatever that is.
I think that's like a new thing right now, right?
It is.
It's like a trend.
I don't know if it's
I'm
a trend,
feeling it though.
but I think that is really more so about like, I think it's more so like we just tired of being tired.
Yeah.
And we have to be okay with not being tired.
Glorilla making it hard for a nigga though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, I'm about to.
She a little different though. She's from down south, so she real different. Like they are naturally just different people. But I think that it's okay for us to like that type of music. It's nothing wrong.
Because like I feel like Milwaukee women are a little bit on the harder side.
Yeah, we are.
Like look where we at. We in a city that's like known to be the worst of everything, whether it's incarceration, reading, grade levels, sex trafficking, home, housing, poverty. We're literally top 5 for almost all of the worst fucking things. So how could we be expected to always walk on our soft side?
Yeah.
So
we always got to be hardcore.
Man. And we, rich, strong aunties. So tell me, how is that impacting your dating life? Or what is dating like for you? Let me kick back because
I think dating right now for me is fun. I think dating is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a breath of fresh air.
Oh, you doing nasty.
It's supposed to be warm, soft,
wet.
love. Ooh, all that. All that. But I think dating is like, it's really fun for me right now. I think that a lot of it has to do with me opening up and being in my healing space or on my healing journey. But the fact that, I'm just living life with it. Like, I got my eye on somebody. I do have my eye on somebody.
So you can date and heal at the same time?
Absolutely. I think that, sometimes a person can bring it out of you. You know what I mean? Like, you could be married or in a relationship or in any type of situation or relationships. People can bring it out of you, especially if you're going on this path of like, damn, I want to heal. Damn, I want to be able to like let go. Damn, I'm tired of holding in. And that person can be your breath of fresh air to be like, let it out. Like,
I bet you the breath of fresh air for for the person.
A little bit.
That's you, period.
A little bit. I think that it's important for me to acknowledge that, I do enjoy dating, but also my person is going to be my person. Like, I want them to be understanding first and foremost. Like, you gotta be able to understand me because Shorty be having some shit going on.
We be going through some shit, okay?
I be having some shit going on.
And I'm down there bipolar. I be like, rah, and baby, like, I'm so sorry. Give me a kiss. I love you.
Ooh.
And it's like, it's not toxicity. I promise it's not being toxic. it's just how I choose to express myself. Like, one of my current struggles right now with being on this podcast is I am a multifaceted woman.
Yes.
You know, I grew up in the hood, but I also went to college.
Yeah.
You know, I
Likewise.
taught, but I'm also an artist. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I am reluctant to show up as my full and complete self because I do live on opposite spectrums for some things. And I was told by my friend, he said, Kim, you know, you got to be comfortable in your contradiction. You know, you got to be comfortable when you got too much ego, and you got to be comfortable when you humble.
Right.
You got to be comfortable when you're living in fear, and you got to be comfortable when you're fearless. And he just mentioned that to me, and it's just like, you're right, because every day, as Black women who are speaking in front of people or, you know, showing up for somebody else, we always want to be our complete, fullest self, but also not be judged. And most of the time, people are judged when they aren't who they say they are. But who the fuck is perfect anyway?
Right, absolutely.
Who is perfect?
Nobody.
So, you know, I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing for you is actually acknowledgement. Like, the fact that you know that you're in this space of where, like, okay, on this side, I can transition into this person. And on this side, I'm going to transition to this person. But it's important for you to recognize what's in the middle. The middle is always you. You know what I mean? So if you put your hand on the left, you put your hand on the right, you still in the middle. You know what I mean?
I'm in the middle, y'all. I still be tripping, okay? I know I'm kind of crazy, but not really, because I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you in the middle. So just recognizing that you are you. You know what I mean? Like, being able to transition into whoever you want to be. Like you said, I'm multifaceted. I recognize that I can be multiple things at the same time. But at the end of the day, you are you. So it's important for you to kind of recognize what inspires you to get back to that person, because that's the theme of Sip and Speak. I think a lot of times that women always, and me included, we always want to be multiple things, but we forget who the fuck we are the whole time. Like, we be like, damn, I'm a mother before anything. You know what I mean? You hear that all the time. Shout out to the great moms out there.
Shout out to the moms.
Shout out to the mommy club.
And the auntie moms.
And the auntie moms too, because this is one of those.
Okay. Look, I want to ask you that because, okay, I feel like when I'm bouncing from left to right, at the end of the day, I need to have some level of foundation. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think that foundation is? And right now, I'm trying to identify key things, like, what are my values? What morals will I always stand on regardless of where I choose to lie on that line? And my spiritual life, my journey. What would you say is the foundation for you as you go out and explore the different realms of yourself? What always holds true for you?
Being Ashely Stokes.
Okay.
Because I am who I am, and I'm recognizing that I have to accept who I am before anyone else accepts me for who I am. Like, that's the greatest gift of all, being able to accept yourself and your truths and the things that you've been through. So I had a campaign, and it was my story, my truth, Kiss My Ass, recognizing that Kiss My Ass is Ashely S. Stokes. So that's the person that I want to continue to grow into that person who's loving, caring, you know what I mean, multifaceted, have all these things, an author, motivational speaker, a director, a narrator, someone who is actually still Ashely S. Stokes, whether I'm a rich auntie or the auntie mom club or whatever it is that you want to consider who I am, I'm still in the middle. Like, you know what I mean? That's why it's so important for us to get out of that, you know, like, damn, I'm a mom before anything, but before you was a mom, who were you? You know what I mean? Before you were a person, who were you? You know what I mean?
Let me drink.
Yeah, I just feel like we get into this bag of, like, you know, I always ask women, you know, what are some things that inspires you? You know what I mean? And the first person they say is their kids.
Oh, for real?
Right? And I be like, damn.
I ain't got none.
But you should inspire you.
What the fuck?
You should. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to be able to inspire yourself. You can't necessarily say, like, damn, it doesn't make you a bad person or a bad mom or anything if you say, like, well, I inspire me. You know what I mean? Because every day you get up and you go out there and work hard for yourself. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person because, like, I'm just putting myself center and first. Like, I think it's really important for us to tap into being inspired for ourselves and really trying to go around the realm of just saying, like, okay, yeah, I'm an author. I'm this or I'm that. Or, you know what I mean? Because we know who we are as far as, like, those names, those pronouns, those adjectives, you know, those things. We do know that, but on the flip side of that, nobody really say that they're their name.
Right.
And I can't understand that. Right? So it's kind of really important for us to get back to the inspiration of who we are.
Who we are. And really understand what holds real weight and value.
Yeah.
Because we in this world today where it's almost like I don't think people really understand what that means.
Yeah.
Kind of lost in the shuffle of like this false reality. And I'm trying to find my way back. So, okay. I want to go back to dating for a second.
Okay, we can go back to dating.
Because you don't, I'm trying to, like, I date around a little bit, and I've dated different types of guys. Okay. Before I get into that, what do you have a type?
Oh.
What's
this
your
is
type?
The ultimate question.
Wait, are you single before you say your type? Because you said you, I don't know, I'm confused.
I am single.
She's single. Okay. Now, niggas, hold on a second. Let me you know.
Niggas,
let me.
She said.
Let me rephrase because niggas marry bitches.
Oh my
men
God.
marry women, and kings
God.
marry queens.
Okay.
So kings. I'm specifically talking to y'all because they always want to say what's out there, what ain't out there, and all this, that, and the other. And I'll be sitting next to him every week. I'm just saying, and we all been single, so there's something in the water. They say it's pee, but I'm like you. I really enjoy dating. Even if I got to nut up on somebody and go crazy.
Yeah, even if I have to
enjoy
snap
that
your
too.
neck.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but if you make me go crazy, it's just like
I don't want to go crazy. I just want to move with grace. Like I just want to be like, I'm done with the crazy shit. Like I'm done being the tapping on your phone every 5 minutes person. Like it's like I'm gonna hit you up, I'm gonna make sure you good, I'm gonna tap in with you. But I think it's important for me to kind of have reciprocation. Like again, I do have the feeling of feeling unwanted all the time, so it's kind of like I get it, you know what I mean? Life be lifing, but shit, check on me sometimes, like, you know what I mean?
So what's your type? The check on me time. What
so
else?
I do have a type. I like black men.
Jeans or suit and tie?
Both.
No, you gotta pick. I got a list.
I like somebody who I like somebody who we can take in a corporate space, and then we can also go paintballing.
Ooh, versatile.
Yeah, I like them. You know what I'm saying?
So he spends most of his day in suit and tie or jeans.
He spends most of his day in jeans, maybe.
Okay. Low cut or dreads?
I like dreads.
You like dreads?
I do.
Ooh, you like to pull hair.
I ain't know that.
Y'all just make me look. Every time I go there with her, she just, I'm sorry. I don't mean.
I be like,
Curve.
We gonna go all the way around that. Y'all know what it is.
Okay, would you prefer for him to have like a professional job, meaning like I don't know if it's real estate or teaching, things of that nature, or be a creative freelance?
I prefer for him to do what he loves.
Aww.
I want him to do what he loves. Like, so if it's, working a corporate job, if that's what you love, if that's your passion, I support that. If, being your own boss is your thing, I support that too. If you're in the creative field, just like myself, I support all that. So I want him to do what he loves. I don't want to confine him and put him in a box where he can't feel like if he work a corporate job, he also can't hustle, or he also can't want to do something more than what he's doing. Like, he can work a corporate job and still be a barber at night. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's your life that you want to live, I support that. So
she a nurturer. She's a nurturer. Okay. Does it matter if he's rich or poor?
I can't deal with the broke man.
Okay.
So
what is broke?
Broke minded. You know what I'm saying? Don't want more.
So as long as he want more, if he don't got it, as long as he want more,
he gotta be wanting to get it.
Yeah, for sure. So could you help him as he climbs?
I think that, to be in a mental space, to have the capacity to help push a guy forward, I think that's cool. But I'm in a place in my life where, you know what I mean? I ain't saying the money matter, but the money matter.
Listen, so I'm with you.
I'm not saying you gotta be rich either, but I'm just the type of woman who I enjoy life. Like if I'm trying to go to New York tomorrow, we going to New York tomorrow.
Right.
Like I ain't, you know what I mean? Like those are things that I want to do for myself, and I'm the type of person where I take solo trips. I do my own thing. Like I buy myself flowers weekly. Like these are things that I do for myself on a consistent basis. So I kind of love on me, and I just think that dating is expensive. So if you're in a space where you are, you know what I mean, doing the X, Y, and Z, and it's not really like affordable, maybe we kind of take a rain check on that right now. We can take a rain check.
So it sounds to me you just want somebody that match. Match your vibe.
Yeah, give me some good vibes,
like
good energy.
Right.
I hate the term give me the same energy that I'm giving you, or I'm on whatever you own. That type of energy, I don't really want that, because why I gotta change who I am to be on what you own? If I'm a loving and compassionate person, why I gotta be evil and cruel?
Right. And why would I want my man to be similar to me as a woman? It just don't even make sense.
I don't know.
Like
they can be similar. We can have some similar goals and values and things like that, but I think it's really important to kind of understand the differences in one another. Like
right. Like there is a such thing as masculine and feminine. I believe in gender roles.
I don't.
So I do believe that, I'm very like.
I mean, I ain't. If my man in the car, I ain't finna pump my gas. You know what I mean?
Never. I'm opening the doors.
Right.
I'm not that chick. Like I really want to be treated like a traditional, old school, back in the day woman.
I don't know.
Like
what that
gender
is.
roles. Like I want to accept the role of, the home. Making sure the home is a safe environment.
Okay.
Now, do I want to work? Yeah, I still want to do the things that I do.
Okay.
But I do want to be able to have the capacity to provide that. I want to be like a caretaker for my home. You know what I'm saying? But not to say he can't do the same.
Right.
But I don't believe that two people can exist in the same space. At least not together. I feel like, he comes with his bag of things, and I come with my bag of things, so that we are equally yoked together, and we can fill in each other's gaps. And I feel like in that way we can be successful together.
So you believe in the 50-50 rule?
Wait, 50-50 not everything? What you mean? Because I said gender roles. So, like, my father, for example, he took care of everything in terms of, like, making sure the bills and stuff are paid. We have a roof over our heads and things. Mom made sure, kids going to school in the morning. They got food to eat when they get home. And it worked for them because where he lacked, she made up. Vice versa.
So if he's 80, like, she can be in the space and operate in 20.
I don't know. I think that's a little vague. I guess it depends on what aspect, right? Like,
right. So for me, I think that,
because I'm always 100. I ain't never 80 nothing. You feel me?
Well, if you think about it and reverse it, like mentally, right? Some days my person could probably be at 90 and I'm at 10%, right? Or 50 and I'm at 50, or he's at 60 and I'm at 40. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like important to exercise and know that there's technically no 50-50, because one may be in a more space, a bigger space to handle certain things, and it's not even talking financially, right? We're talking just about life things. So
I mean, because you can lose a person, it just takes your whole.
Yeah, you can lose.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, like, for example, if death comes through the household, right, we kind of have to think about, like, those types of things. So, I may be at 0% and my person may have to be at 100% to actually console me, help me through this. You know what I mean? So I'm a real big person, and okay, there are some gender roles, but I don't believe in, like the gender roles. Now, I'm not saying I'm finna go get a toolbox and fix it, but I can if I wanted to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's important for women to recognize, like, shit, you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do, but in retrospect, like, if that's what you want from your person, like, let me tell you, when my person come around, I'm helpless. I can't even tie my shoe. What?
That's what I'm saying. That's the wrong.
I don't even know how to put on clothes because I don't know what to do. Like, could you fix it? Fix this for me. Like, I'm gonna be that person who don't even know what 1 + 1 is, and I'm already knowing because I don't even want to even. What am I doing? Like, what am I doing?
Help me, Daddy.
Like, please help me, because that's how I'm going to be. Like, I'm fix it for me. Like, and whenever that person comes, I just feel like I said on one podcast before that I feel like my person has a chisel on him. Like, he's being molded. He's being molded to the greatest capacity. Like, I don't know if he's like he's planted in front of me, but I did when I went to New Orleans. It's funny that you brought up New Orleans, and I went there just for leisure, and I wanted to be able to kind of explore.
I did. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part about New Orleans was actually recognizing that a lot of Haitian descent is there, and believing finally that, like, my biological mom had told me, like, all the answers that you want to know is in New Orleans.
She did.
Yeah, so she told me that when I was like 10 or 11, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I was like, why you say that? And then she asked me, or she told me, do you know, like, where your family is from? I'm like, hell no, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking to myself as a kid, like, I really didn't know. She's like, your family's from New Orleans. And so I'm like, wow, Shreveport and New Orleans. So I think that it's important for me to kind of get back to my roots. So that was my favorite part, actually exploring the museums there, and seeing a lot of the Haitian art, the voodoo museums and things like that, and kind of just exploring, like, who I am on a route. But to get back to what I was saying was I did a psychic reading, and she told me that the person that, wants me is like, they right in front of me. They know me. And I was just like, what?
Take a sip, period.
Take a sip.
That's good news. That's good news.
So I don't know. I really don't know.
You believe it?
I do.
Who is it then?
He in front of me somewhere.
Tell me who he is.
I mean,
Because I know you thought about it. Quit playing.
I did. Because I'm like, dang, who is this?
Who is he? Tell him.
I don't know.
Tell him to come get his woman.
I mean, he needs to figure it out, child. He needs to figure out what he gonna do. Because I ain't waiting. I ain't on no future shit.
Man, listen. 3 people spoke in my life about who my husband is. And I ignore it every day or anytime I date somebody because I haven't met that person yet. And it's annoying as fuck. And it is going to bring me a lot of... I feel like it's going to bring me... I'm going to be a damn near bag lady, I feel like. It's going to be too much. It's too much.
Not like a bag lady.
Like, the person they told me I'm supposed to be with has a lot on their shoulders. A lot. Yeah. And so... I don't know. Maybe God changed his mind.
I don't think that he changed his mind.
What up? Like,
I don't think he changed his mind.
Come on, man. Like, why me?
In front of that. Like,
why
it's definitely something else in front of that.
I just need to tell him right now, why me? I don't want that, but okay.
Yeah.
He knows what's best for us, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we need to tell them about your book that's coming out.
The upcoming book.
Yes. Okay. Tell us about your upcoming book. What's the title?
We ain't releasing it yet.
Oh my God. What? Okay, you gotta give us something because you asked for this.
So I know the date. I do know the date. But I'm not telling the date.
Okay.
I'm not telling the date. I'm not telling the name. But I am taking the photos next week. So you can stay tuned in to that on my Instagram, Ashely S Stokes, or Facebook, watching my stories.
Okay.
So,
what can we expect from the book then?
Freedom.
For who?
Me.
And who else?
Just life, period, in general. Like, I think that you can expect me to be in a space of, like, freedom. I'm not, like, bound anymore. Like, and this is one of the greatest feelings ever. It's like that feeling that you've always wanted to feel. You know what I mean? And finally getting to a happy spot. Like, it's like, damn, Ashely, you did the work.
You fucking did that shit. Because you've been through so much, you know, and you deserve that. You deserve to celebrate that and share it with others. So this is a totally different book from your first one.
Absolutely. Lost in Child Welfare, you definitely got a little bit of everything. You figured out that I was in foster care. You figure out some of the gruesome and horrific and horrifying things that I had gone through. And really just getting to those, like, teenage years. It's like, whoa, damn, now you're living on your own. Now it's kind of like finishing that part up and then now really flowing more into who I am. So it took me a minute to kind of get to this place of, like, accepting me, accepting what was so I can be what I'm supposed to be. What my calling is. I just believe that I'm a storyteller all the way around. Like, anything that I do, I recognize that I tell a story in order for people to really understand and how to get there. So maybe, you know, some of the things that I've gone through would be able to help other people. But I think
it is helping other people.
Yeah.
Let's correct that.
You know, I try to be humble.
Yeah. But not too much.
Yeah.
Humble-ish.
Yeah.
Because you're a Black woman, you deserve everything coming to you.
That.
And sometimes it has to come from our own mouth first for other people to recognize that. So don't dim that much.
Okay, girl.
Y'all tell her, y'all on that live right there, let her know. Talk your shit.
I'm just saying.
Because you deserve it. You know, like, you out here and you're doing the work through who you are and what you've been through.
Yes.
Half of the people can't even come to understanding about their own journeys to themselves, let alone sharing it with other people. Yeah. So that's huge.
Yeah.
Like, that is a blessing.
Girl, I'm trying. I be trying. Like, I just try to, like, not necessarily dim my light, but I definitely, like, I don't.
No, you can cut it out.
I don't get too big-headed.
You can cut it out. You can cut it out. You can talk your shit.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I think it's important to be in the space. Like, be in the space and where you are. Like, because I never been a believer of, like, popping my shit. But really just being more confident. And that's how I pop my shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just my confident self. And you gonna feel my confidence.
Period.
Like, I don't have to say certain things. I'm gonna walk through the room. You gonna feel me. So, that's a natural thing for me. So I don't really have to do too much talking.
Yeah.
I just have to sit there.
Period.
So, you know.
And you are not just gonna be sitting there for your sip and speak.
Oh no.
You're gonna be moving around.
I am.
What are we to expect at your sip and speak?
Whoa.
First of all, what's the whole
title? We're going out with a bang.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Sip and Speak Ulysses. Jumpstart your 2023. So this is the last Sip and Speak for the year. And we going out with a motherfucking bang.
I have to be
And when I tell you, you ain't going to miss it.
How? Like, tell me.
I can't give y'all the secrets.
Because the last one was extraordinary.
Let's just say this. Like, if you've ever wanted to feel inspired, like, if you ever wanted to light your flame again, if you ever needed to carry your torch, if you ever needed to unsilence yourself, if you ever needed to be in a place where you feel like confidence is just like radiating, illuminating. If you ever been in a spot where like, shit, this is me, right? This is what y'all gonna get. If you ever needed to feel the highest of highest inspiration, admiration for yourself, this is the spot.
This is the motherfucking spot.
This is the spot. This is the spot. Like this is the spot because you're just not gonna want to miss it. Like it's gonna be some lit shit, and I'm talking literally. It's gonna be some lit shit.
I'm excited.
I am so excited for Sip and Speak. Like I can't. Like I'm just like, whoa. Like today y'all snap with them tickets. Like
yes,
they snap. But it's kind of like, damn, we really doing this shit. Like we really building these spaces.
You really doing it.
I say it's a we thing because there is no Sip and Speak without my family, my community, my girls. You know what I mean? Like the SS ladies mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like they are part of this journey with me. You know what I mean?
That's
like I wouldn't be able to tell this story without them. So they mean so much to me, like near and dear to my heart. So like I love my girls.
Who's on your team? Give a shout out.
First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my Sip and Speak team. Butterfly is Sip and Speak team. Angie Shea is on the Sip and Speak team as well.
Is that Ghetto Mantras?
Yes, Ghetto Mantras.
Hey, shout out to Ghetto Mantras. Yes. Shout out to Butterfly and her good ass vegan burgers.
Man, Butterfly got some good vegan food.
Yes.
Period. Because she be cooking. But yes, Ghetto Mantras and Butterfly, they are the Sip and Speak team. A little bit deeper than that. A lot of my friends contribute their thoughts and ideas. Kayla, definitely, she's been a lot of the foundation for support as well as just like all of my friends. Like my best friend Taja, she just been like watching me blossom from here to here, like, and just hearing her tell me just last night, like, dude, I can see like the change in you, like the transformation, and I think that that's like super like an affirmation, like confirmation from my best friend. So I think that a lot of my friends have contributed their thoughts, but my team is Butterfly and G.
Yeah, the team is really important.
They've been down with me.
Now I'm understanding the value of team, because you cannot do this by yourself.
Oh hell no, you can't do none of this by yourself. No, you can't. I don't believe that I can do anything by myself. So, not right now. Yeah. Like I need my people. I need my Sip and Speak community to rise the fuck up and come through, show out, show up. This is for us. This is for us. So we've got to build this space and build in this safe, environment where all Black and brown women can feel comfortable, free, in their organic selves, and just let loose, like, whatever it is that you want to let loose, it's gonna be your time.
It's gonna be your time. Listen, y'all heard it from Miss Ashely Stokes herself.
Don't forget the S.
Don't forget the S. Make sure y'all come to her Sip and Speak. What's the date?
November 6th.
And how can we get tickets?
Tickets is available on AshleySstokes.com. You can get your tickets there.
Below.
Yes, the link is below. Just make sure that let me know you slide through. Hit me up on Instagram. Because I do want to know who my newbies are. We got something special for y'all. So we just want to make sure that we, embrace our new girls. Just special
for the newbies? Because why?
No.
Because, no.
You don't have to worry about, come on now. Don't
they
do
really, I guess. I mean.
Don't worry. No. Who said we ain't had nothing for her?
You better be bigger.
Contributing SS girls. No, I ain't say we didn't have nothing for y'all.
Okay, y'all heard her. So, on my back when I'm like, where's shit at in here?
But yeah, we got some things coming through for Sip and Speak. Like,
listen, y'all, I've been to a Sip and Speak, and it was an amazing event. Women were able to open up, share And just be around other women who are going through similar struggles. And even if it's not a struggle that you can like specifically identify with, it's the emotion and the love and the care that you bring to your spaces. Yes. So I truly appreciate that. Make sure y'all come out for that. And also cop her book, TBD, because she ain't want to tell us when it is or whatever.
Let's just say book 2 will be in Foster Care Awareness Month. So if you know what month is in Foster Care Awareness Month.
Why she gotta play? They be playing all day.
You gonna find out.
Foster Care Awareness Month. Whatever month that is, do y'all know online?
It's on my website.
It's on her website. So you have to go to AshleyStokes.com, book your tickets.
Ashely S. Stokes.com.
Ashley
Don't forget the S. I've been trying to tell y'all. Don't forget that S.
AshleySstokes.com. Make sure you cop those tickets for her Sip and Speak and be on the lookout for her book. Y'all, we do need to support our black women, our young black women who are striving and making a way for other women behind them, in front of them, on the side of them, because it's definitely necessary. Yeah. Milwaukee is small enough for us to be able to acknowledge and recognize the women and the men who are doing great things and not doing the work. Like, everybody out here just trying to make it and not trying to are making it.
Yes.
So why not be in supportive of that? That's the whole purpose of this show. It's for us to like acknowledge who is doing what they are doing and then how we can support their growth. So you can definitely do that by going to her website. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate you.